today, what we're going to talk about is how to do this example of digital expressionism, where we take a photograph that we have, we have photographed, and we throw it into Illustrator, and we do some things to it to make it look as if it's an expressive photograph, I guess you could say, an example of expressionism. So today, again, this is something we did yesterday, but I want to give you a video tutorial, and what we're going to use one of these swatches today. And we're going to come back and grab that shortly. So here's what I want you to do. We are going to now go on Pexels, and I want you to find an image, a free stock image. Now remember, for your project, you're going to be using your own photo that you think best describes Hinsdale. That could be downtown, that could be in the hallway, the front of the school, whatever you think best describes Hinsdale is going to be your image. So I'm gonna go, I had one here, I'm gonna use this L car. So I think this is a good descriptor of Chicago. I think it, it says Chicago on it. I like that it has that, the L in it, because it's a big part of the city. So I'm just gonna download that image. I'm actually gonna drag this into Photoshop, because remember yesterday, we have to convert this to black and white. So I'm just gonna go to Image, Adjustments, Black and White. Now I'm gonna adjust the contrast a little bit. So I'm gonna go Image, Adjustments, Levels. Just gonna bring our blacks up a little bit more. Crank our grays, kind of crank our whites. That's going to help with the expressionism of the photograph. Expressionism has a very kind of dark and contrasty feel to it. So by enhancing our contrast of our photo, we're going to get an expressionism feel. So I'm going to save this, or actually export it as a JPEG. All right. Good, good, good. I'll click Export. Awesome. I'll title this train car and click Save. Now, if we look at the train car here, we notice that the photograph is vertical. So I am going to go to Illustrator, and I'm going to create a new file and make sure that it's vertical. I'll go 12 by 18. Boom. Click Create. Now I'm going to go ahead and find my train car, and I'll drag that onto my Illustrator file. Now I might have to resize this. And remember, in Illustrator, to get a perfect resizing, we have to hold Shift. If you don't hold Shift, it's going to get all distorted. So hold Shift. I'm going to resize this to fill as much of the page as I can. Perfect. Good. Awesome. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create 6 circles at the bottom for my 6 colors. So I'm going to go ahead and hold Shift. I'll draw 1. And I'll make these black for right now. So I'll go to my fill. I'll change the fill to black, and I'll get rid of the stroke. Awesome. See, so I'm going to copy and paste this a couple times. So I'll go Command C, Command V. There's 2. Command V, there's 3. Command V, there's 4. Command V, there's 5. Command V, there is 6. Now I'm going to make these nice and organized. Hold Shift and click on each of them, and I'm just going to resize them so that they're at the bottom of my page. That's going to be kind of like my paint palette, so I can scoop some paint and fill up this image. Okay. Now the next thing that we're going to need to grab is on our Canvas page. So we're going to grab this photo of these swatches. So I'm going to click and hold, and I'll drag this to my desktop, and now I have it. I'm going to go back to my Illustrator file, and I'm going to drag that swatch in. Nice. I'll put it down here. Now what's kind of cool is I can click on my circle, I can hold I, and click inside the color swatch for each circle. I'll go to my next one, hold I, and click in that. I'll go to my next one, I'll hold I, and click in that. I'll go to my next one. I'll hold I and click in that. And then I'll go to my next one. I'll hold I and click in that. And then I'm going to make that last one a little bit brighter. I can pick a brighter color in this color scheme here. I'll grab that one. Perfect. There we go. So now I have my color palette. You could obviously recreate your own, but yesterday we did monochromatic. Today we're going to do a more complementary color scheme. All right, so now let's get our image put together to look expressive. So what we're going to do is convert this to paths. So I'm going to click on my photo. I'm going to go to Image Trace, and I'm going to choose 6 colors. I'll click OK. And what this is doing is it's going through every area and converting it to a solid color shape so that we can make it more expressive. Now look at that, perfect. What's cool now that I wanted to show you today that we didn't talk so much about yesterday is we can adjust some of these lines and how these lines appear. So if we go to this little menu, it says open the image trace panel. It's on the right side. I'm going to click that. I can drop this down and I can adjust the paths, the corners, and all of the information in those. So I might reduce the corners. So if I reduce the corners a little bit, it's going to reduce some of the corners of those lines. Kind of simplify them a little. Can reduce some noise. See how that looks. Boom. Awesome. That looks great. Now what we're going to do is we need to expand this. So I'm going to make sure I have my image clicked, and I'm going to click expand. That's going to convert all of these images or all these objects or fields of color to simple shapes. But now you'll notice it's all grouped together. We want to ungroup it because we want to fill each layer with our colors. So I'm going to click on my image, and I'm going to choose ungroup. Now I have each section individually. Careful not to move them. Let's start with our darkest color. So we're going to start filling in each shade with the color that it corresponds to. So obviously our blue would be our dark, our red would be the next shade, and so forth. So I'm going to click on the black, and I want to select all the same black in this photo. I'm going to go up to select. I'm going to go down to same. And then I would choose same fill color. And that's going to select all of the same black in the photo so that I don't have to go in and individually click each one. I'm simply going to hold on my I key for my eyedropper and fill it with the blue. There we go. Now let's go to the next color. So I'm going to click on the darkest gray that I can find. I think it's that one. I'm going to go select same fill color. I'm going to hold I and click in my red. I'm going to grab my next gray color. I'll go to select. I'll go to same fill color. I'll choose my orange. It's really looking kind of cool now. I'll grab my fill color, or grab my next gray. I'll go to select. I'll go to same fill color. And now I go to my next orange. I'll go to my next gray. I'll go to select, same fill color. I'll grab this light beige. And boom. And I actually like that. I don't know if I need, I guess I could try that light color and see. I'll select, same fill color. And I'll grab and fill with that. And there we have it. We now have an expressionism, a digital expressionism that focuses on the city of Chicago, which I think is really kind of cool. So go ahead, and what I would like you to do today is I would like you to create 2 different images that focus on Chicago using the digital expressionism method. After you finish this, you can go in and delete your 6 circles. You can delete the swatch. I'm going to click and highlight my entire image. And then I'm just going to click group, and that's going to put it all back together. And now I'll resize this so that it kind of fills the frame the best it can. If you want a little white border, you can have a white border. That'd be kind of nice. Kind of like that. Perfect. And now I'm going to go up to File, Save As. I'm going to title this Chicago Expressionism 1. I'll change the format to Adobe PDF, and I'll click Save. Make sure you're saving it to your desktop. And then that's what you would submit. So best of luck. Again, 2 images from Pexels about Chicago that use this complementary orange and blue color scheme. Make sure you grab the swatch from the Canvas page and enjoy. Good luck.